Let us do this quickly. Let us do this quickly. And the topic for today, the topic I want to discuss today is actually what does it mean when you are having a German passport? What does it mean? When you are holding a German passport, what does it really mean? You know, the purpose of this live video or live broadcast is actually to educate each other. The purpose is for people living in Nigeria to know, to wake up, to know, are they living right? Is things normal? I mean, is this how things should be? It is not to challenge anybody, and it is not to oppress anybody, so to say. It is just to awaken our consciousness. What does it mean when you say you live in Germany, or when you are holding a German passport? What does it mean? How do people see you outside? When you have a German passport in your hand and you go out, for example, you land at the embassy with a German passport. When they see it, you know what they call you? They will refer to you as somebody coming from a police country. Or they will refer to you as someone coming from a country with a very good car that produces one of the best car in the world. That's how they see you when you land at the airport with a German pass. That is your identity. That is what they say first. Oh, from Germany. Wow. You know, because even if you are a black man, they see you like somebody who must have worked so hard to live there, because they know how the system works, because they know everything in Germany is authentic. That is an identity that is very, very important. I'm going to try to make this video not to be very long, for the purpose of people that will be playing back, that will be listening to it, that are not joining us live, that will be listening to it later. What does it mean? How do people see you when you say you live in Germany? You don't have to be a citizen. You don't have to take the passport with you. Just by identifying yourself as a resident of Germany, it means a lot. It speaks volume about you compared to Nigeria. I am not saying this to actually condemn Nigeria, but I'm doing this just to wake us up. Now, let me go into details. Germany has a total GDP of 3.9 trillion for 2020. And the population of Germany is about 83 million now. 83 million population. Please take notes. Germany don't have oil. They don't have gold. They don't have quota. No charcoal. No bitumen. No, all those things you have in Nigeria, they don't have it here. But why are they successful? How did they become one of the biggest brands in the world? Why are they one of the most powerful people in the world, country in the world? You know why? Because they have a good government. They have a government that have the interests of the people at heart. Don't let us go too far. When you have a German passport with you, do you know what it means? It means you can enter 189 countries in the world without having to queue for visas. Presently, as of 2020, German passport is the third most powerful passport on earth. compared to Nigeria. I want you guys to wake up. I'm just doing this for you to see things, to think. Just think. Are things normal? Are we normal? 189 countries of the world is where you can go with German passport without having to queue for visa. This is a country, don't forget, a country that has no natural resources whatsoever. They work hard. Now, do you know, let me just list some of the infrastructures that are put in place in Germany that make them strong and that make them develop as much as they are today. There is light. There is light. And when there is light, darkness disappears. That's what the Bible said. There is light 24 hours. Of course, you have to pay for what you are using. I pay 70 euro every month. 70 euro, I think, is about maybe 30,000 naira. But I don't feel it. You know why? Because I have the light. There is light. Why should I? I don't even think about it. I've never. What I'm paying for light is too expensive. You know why? Because it is there. The light is there. You can put it on anytime. Come home anytime. Your light is there to put on. There is light. And when there is light, economy grow. It is automatic. You have light. When you go to filling station, you want to wash your car, it is light. There are people who sell, fries on the road with chicken in the afternoon. They use lights. People who works in Reve in stores like groceries, they have light to ice their things. So you have lights. But in Nigeria, no, there is none. A friend of mine in Nigeria said the reason why there is no light in Nigeria is because the people are not ready to pay. They are not ready for price hike. He said because what they are paying for light is far, far less than what they should be paying. But when you have a government that has senses, there is a way to go about it. Because when you think about it, you live in Nigeria. When you think about it, you're actually paying more for that light that you don't have. You know why? Because whether there is light 30 days a month or 2 days a month, you have to pay. You have to service your generator. You have to buy oil. You have to buy fuel. You have to buy a lot of things. Plug. And so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, let us do the calculation. When you pay 5,000 naira for light, you buy 400 or 500 naira, which is 4 liters. Then 4 liters every day to have lights. Calculate 4 liters. Calculate 500 naira times 30 days or 25 days that you buy it in a month. See how much you arrive at. Then you have to service your generator maybe once in a month. You pay 3,000, 4,000. Think about these things. So at the end of the day, you think you want to, when they increase your bill, you complain, you shout, you scream, you don't want to pay. But at the end of the day, indirectly, you are paying more for that light. So here we have lights. There is 24/7 light. When I just came here, let me make you guys laugh. When I just came here, my clothes, I quickly try to iron them. And then my uncle then will say, why are you rushing? Why are you ironing all your clothes? I say, I still have that thing in my brain, like maybe lights could go. It took me actually a very long time to know that light doesn't go here. Even my wife is, she still have that thing like, maybe lights go. Let me quickly iron those clothes. That's the thinking you have. So now, in Germany, there is light. There is 24/7 running water. Now, those running water, you have to pay for them. Most especially when you use so much hot water. Because hot water has to be made warm or hot through electricity or one way or the other. So you end up paying more for hot water than cold water. But we don't care because the water is running. So if these resources are available, you pay without remorse. You pay with ease. You pay with smile. So there is running water. There is good road network. Good road network. When you see, to every city, there are more than 3, 4, 5, 6 roads. If I'm driving to Frankfurt, Frankfurt is about 20 minutes from my house. If I'm driving to Frankfurt, if one road is blocked, I know the other route to take. If another one is blocked, there are like 5, 6 roads that lead to the same Frankfurt. So when they are repairing one, when they are fixing one, the other one, they will put Umleitung, they will put a sign there that this road is being repaired, and it's going to be blocked from so date to so date, which means they know the duration of the work they are doing there. It is not like Nigeria where they just drop sand and this thing and they block the road for as long as they want. No. So there is good road network. That is number 3. Now, there is good train connection. Good road network where you can run as fast as you want to without thinking of pothole. You can run. See, Germany, the highest speed is 120. But you can actually run, people run 150, 160. You can run and be eating and be playing and be doing stuff because the road is good. You get that? The road is perfectly good. Now, when they say run 100 and you are running 120 or 130, it is your problem. But there is one thing that is going to caution you, and that is cameras. So now, instead of putting police and VIO and road safety on portals in Nigeria, why not putting cameras there? Cameras that uses solar energy. This is what we have here. They put cameras there. When they say run 100 and you are running 150, it is your problem. Run as much as fast as you want to. But camera will cut you down. Camera, you will get snapped by a camera. If you are lucky, you will not pay so much. You might be asked to pay 20 or 30 euro if you are lucky. If you are not lucky, if you are asked to run 100 and you run 150, that's 50 more. They might tell you to go to, they call it idiot test, which means, no, they'll give you points. They will start giving you points, depending on how fast you run. They keep giving you points. So when your points accumulate to an extent, they will have to tell you to go and do another test because it's like something is wrong with your brain. So they tell you to go and do we call it idioting test here. So you go and sit in the class. You had license for maybe 20 years. You now have to go and sit in the class with people who are with teenagers who are just making license. That is disgraceful. You have to go and sit in the class and learn again. They will teach you again like they are teaching somebody who is just starting driver's license. And then if that speed you ran was so much, you know what they will do? They might take your license, depending on how fast you were speeding. They will take your license and tell you that for the next 3-4 months, you are not entitled to drive. That is discipline. 3-4, it doesn't matter if your job depends on that license. For you being stupid many times, being caught many times, they will take that license from you and tell you idiot test. Thank you, Mr. Williams. So they will take that license for you for the next 3-4 months. You don't have license. If you like, you eat. If you like, you don't eat. They don't care. That is the laid down rule. It applies to me. It applies to everyone, not just some people like it is in Nigeria. The governor of the state knows. The president knows. that when you drive more than what you are supposed to drive and the camera snap, they know the law is there. It doesn't matter who you are. You go through the same process. You go through, they said the road in Germany leads to heaven. Yes, you are very, so, so that is the process. Good road. Now, after good road, they have good train connection across the country. Don't forget the topic. The topic is when you say you reside in Germany or you have or you are a citizen of Germany, what does it mean to the world? Now, I'm trying to break those things down. What it means, what you benefit, what makes you, as in, if you say I am a Nigerian, I'm a proud Nigerian, what does that mean? But when I say I'm a proud German or I live in Germany, what does that mean? And that is what I'm trying to break down. They have good train connection across the country and to other European countries. To France, if you go to Frankfurt, you see France train. You see train to Italy. You see train to London. Train across the country and to other Europe. Nigeria, you don't even have train from Lagos to Ibadan. Talk less of having from Ibadan to Benin Republic. So, I'm trying to let you guys know that things are not normal. I challenge other people from other nationalities to please try and take this challenge, so that our people will. I'm beginning to see that Nigerian people doesn't even know anything is wrong with the system. And I don't blame them. A man of 30 to 35 years who has never seen light for 12 hours before, how do you explain to that person that there are countries where light doesn't go for 20 years? It's difficult to comprehend. You understand? A man who has never entered train, a 35 years old man who has never entered train before, how do you explain to them that train could actually carry them from one country to another one? It sounds like you like magic, and that is why I'm trying to break it down. I want people who have British nationalities, who have Canadian, who have American, to also take up this challenge. And the challenge is nationality challenge. Take it up and explain to the people what it means to be an American, what it means to be a Canadian, what it means to be a British. I am explaining what it means to be a German. There is good train connection across the country to other European countries. Now, these train tickets are in most cases subsidized. Listen to me. These train tickets are in most cases subsidized. You know why? Because they want us to promote, they want us to stop driving too much because of the pollution caused by cars. So now they encourage you as a resident or as someone who have driver's license to either use your bicycle to walk or use train. And you know how they encourage that? They build parks at every train station where you can park your bicycles, lock it. You have a special place where you can park your bicycle and lock them. And you have car park. In most cases, if you don't live in bigger cities, you have car parks that are free. You can park there for free. City where I was living before, you can park for free of charge for the whole day. So they encourage you to use train to walk so that you don't pollute the air. Just imagine when 20,000 people goes to work every day and they drive 20,000 cars to work. Do you know how many pollutions you actually cause to the city? So they encourage you to drive train. So because of that, they subsidize the train tickets. In some cases, you have what they call walk tickets. Walk ticket in some cases is about 300 euro per year, not per month, per year. which is €1 per day, and you can drive you will go and come back and you go as many times as you want per day. You can even go use that same ticket to go to other cities. You understand? €300 per year. When you have €300 ticket per year, of course you wouldn't want to take your car, because if you take your car, you are running your mileage, you are running your fuel, you have to service when you drive it. That's why you see some cars, when we send some cars home, the car is made 1995, but it has 75,000 kilometers, because they don't drive them. You see a German, he will drive his car to the park, to the train station, park it there, and use train to go to work. He will come back, he will drive that car just 5 minutes to his house. That's how they do it. They help air pollution. They help to stop air pollution by doing that. Now, apart from that subsidized ticket for workers, they have Seniorenfahrkarte, which means old people's tickets. As somebody who has worked, who has served the country, you are entitled to that ticket. It is a year ticket too. They subsidize it, they give it to their old people from 65. They use that ticket to go to wherever they want to go, visit your grandchildren and all those things. Look at that. That is having your people at heart. Apart from that, they have student ticket. If you are going to school and you have your residence or ID, school ID, you have ticket for students. It is subsidized again. The price of this ticket is not as high as the normal price. Apart from that, they have handicap tickets. They have kids tickets. Everything subsidized just to promote you using train. And don't forget, they generate revenue from this train. We say they subsidize. Don't forget, it's a way of making money too. You have your car at home, they subsidize everything so that you could take train, but they get something back. You know, if you take your car, of course they are trying not to make you pollute the air, which is understandable, which is reasonable, but at the same time they are making money off you. They don't have oil. Don't forget, German doesn't have oil. They don't have fuel. They don't have bitumen. They don't have they don't have all these things you have. No gold, no quota, no coal, nothing. This is how they make their money. They have ticket for handicap, for kids tickets. Kid doesn't have to pay the same money like adults. So whether you like it or not, you will want to drive train. If I have to pay €300 to drive train to work for 1 good year, why should I take my car? Why? In front of my, and there is good connection. The bus and the train, they work together. The bus will get there maybe 2 minutes earlier than the train is driving. So if you don't miss your bus, you know your train is already waiting. This is connection, and this can only happen when you have government that have senses. When you have government that are not demented. When you have governments that have your interest at heart. They plan things. That is that about train. Then we talk about I'm trying to tell you guys what we have here, as in how they generate their money. What make Germany a very good country, and what makes them respect you when you say you are a German or you are a resident of Germany. They have flights. They have many working flights or airlines, so to say. The most popular one is Lufthansa. And let me tell you dearly that Lufthansa has over 700 planes. A country, over 700 airline that is working. Mind you, Lufthansa is not the only flight that Germany have. They have other airlines. They have Eurowings. They have Temple Earth. They have a lot of other flights. But Lufthansa alone has more than 700 flights. 700. 700. Do you know how many people travel with Lufthansa every day to all over the world? Do you know how much money they generate from that? Don't forget, we don't have oil. We don't have gold. We don't have charcoal. We don't have all those things you have. Don't forget, the purpose of this video is for you guys to begin to think. It's for you guys to know that despite all these natural resources, despite all these things you have, why are you still living in poverty? Why are you still living in penury? It is not normal. That is the hashtag. Things are not normal. Like me, like Uncle Dele Farotimi will always say, things are not normal. Like I said, 700 flights, more than 700 Lufthansa flights are flying from Germany and across Europe to all over the world. Do you know how much money they generate? This is how they generate their own income. And don't forget, they have good government. No looting. I remember sometimes a year ago, a man who is like the burgomaster, I don't know, how do they call burgomaster, like chairman of a city where I work, was corrupt. He tried to evade tax and they caught him. He has to resign. Even the shame, he won't even be able to walk on the streets, because don't forget, they don't use police and escort and all those things here. He won't even be able to. Don't forget, he will not be able to work on. So he will resign. It is a natural thing. It is a normal thing for you to resign when you are corrupt and they get you. You just resign and maybe relocate to another country or another state where they don't know you. That is how things are. It is not, it is, now, another thing, another infrastructure. Airport, international airport. Germany has 36 international airport that is working. And I am not talking of the kind of airport in Ogbomoso or the kind of airport in Akure. 36 international airports that is working. Do you know how much they generate from? I'm not talking about local now. International airport. All these things I'm saying, please go on your Google, go on the internet and search so that you know if I am just making mouths. The topic again is, what does it mean when you say you are a German or you reside in Germany? And the purpose of making this video once again is to make you know that if you are living in Nigeria, things are not normal and you have to do something fast. Airport, 36 airports in Germany alone. International airports. Now, let me go to the next one. Schools. There are schools everywhere. In every city, you have up to 2 to 3 schools in every city. Let me tell you, if your son or your child is around 3 or 4 school age and you don't send them to school, you just need maybe 2-3 days or 4 days. The police will come knocking. The office in charge of children will come knock at your door and ask you, why is your child not in school? They will knock your door and ask you, why is your child not in school? You have to answer that. And when they see you are not able to do that, you know what they will do? They will take that child from you. That child automatically become a government child. They will take the child or the children from you when you refuse to send them to school. Because don't forget, school is free. Primary, secondary, and tertiary institution in most cases is free. They are owned by states and they are free. Tuition free. Tuition free. Don't forget, the school, the primary school that my son goes is the same primary school that the son of the governor of my state, or the chancellor of my city, or the local government chairman, it is the same school. There is no private school. They go to the same school. So you think about it, when the children goes to the same, and we go to the same grocery store, there is no store for the rich, and there is no GRA. Don't forget, we live on the same street. My chancellor could be living down the street where I live. We'll go out together. We'll eat barbecue together. There is no segregation, no discrimination, no GRA no Lekki, no Banana Island for the rich and Abule Egba for the poor. Nothing like that. The same school that my sons go is the same school that the local government chairman of my city goes. And do you know the advantage of that? When their children goes to the same school as your own, they will be forced to make laws that will make that school one of the best. They will not be corrupt, because they know when they are corrupt and they are caught, when their children go to that school, the other children will mock them and insult them. So that will make them behave well. You understand? No private school, no payment for school. In some cases, you pay for kindergarten if the father and the mother are working. If the father and the mother of the child is working, then you have to pay some certain amount for kindergarten. But if one is working and the other one is not working, then it is understandable. You understand? Now, they just pay in those schools. They pay for extra curriculum activity. If maybe they want to go for excursion or something, that's when they have to tell them to bring some certain amount. On a normal day, education is free. And don't forget, we are talking about Germany, that doesn't have fuel, that doesn't have gold, that doesn't have copper, that doesn't have bitumen, that doesn't have steel, that doesn't have glass, that doesn't have all those things you have in Nigeria. Now, let us go to insurance. When you are working in Germany as a working class person, you pay some insurances compulsorily. There are 5. You pay without knowing. I wrote a comment sometimes yesterday on Facebook, and one guy wanted to fight me and was asking if I am not paying my tax, I should keep quiet. I don't even live in Nigeria, talk less of paying my tax there. You know, I work in a place, I live in a place where you pay your tax without even knowing. You pay it with joy, because things are working, you can see what they do with your taxes. So you pay with happiness. He was challenging me. If you don't pay your tax, then he said the government of Nigeria is working. So if you don't pay your tax, keep quiet and blah blah. I just laugh, you know, because it's ignorant. Here you pay taxes compulsorily. If you are working, you pay half, and your employer pays half. 5 taxes. I will try to break it down. It's difficult, but I'll try to break. There's one they call pension tax. That's one. It's a Renteversicherung. There's another one they call health insurance. You have to pay. Once you are working, they deduct it automatically before they give you the rest of your salary. You pay jobless or jobless insurance. This is Arbeitslosenversicherung. When you are working, it's automatic. You have to pay it. This money, this jobless insurance, is the money you get if eventually you stop work. Maybe your employer, for one reason or the other, want to close down or want to go to another country. So you've been paying this money for some years, you've been working. So automatically, that money is in one account for you. They start to pay you back the moment you lost your job. In fact, they even advise you to tell them down that your work gave you some time. So immediately you stop working, you start earning that money automatically. Jobless insurance, that's what I call it. Arbeitslosenversicherung. There's another insurance you pay. Care insurance, that's Pflege insurance, in case of accidents. you pay this in case of not in case of accident. If something happened to you and you have an accident, you can't go back to work, and the money or the bills is too much for cranking for health insurance to bear. The two of them take it together, health insurance and this accident insurance. So these are 5 insurances that you pay automatically. You pay it with joy because when you pay pension insurance, it's not like Nigeria. I don't know. I don't even know if insurance. Can somebody tell me if insurance is compulsory in Nigeria? If it is compulsory that you pay your insurance or you pay your tax, I don't know. Everything is scattered in the country, so it's really difficult to define or to know what is what. When you pay accident insurance, if anything happens to you, you are entitled to that money for a number of years. So you end up paying this money automatically with joy. When you pay pension insurance and you retire at the age of 67 or 68 or whatsoever, then you start to get this, start to pay you back every month. If it is depending on how much you pay, how many years you work, it could be 800 euro every year. It could be just think about it. When I'm 75 and I decide to relocate to Nigeria, my account is here. I have work. I have served the country. My salary will enter my account latest 25th of every month. My salary is automatically my money is my pension is automatically in my account. They know the whole person. See, I've been working for how many years? My salary has never been delayed to 27th of the month. I get my salary 25th of every month. It is there. I don't even check. I just start spending because I know it's already there. Remember, the purpose of this video is to tell you that things are not normal. What does it mean to live in Germany? Or what does it mean to carry a German passport? Now let me go to the next one. When you are jobless in Germany, whether you are a German or just a resident, or you are even Aduro, you know what they call Aduro, people who doesn't have paper, who their paper are not yet completed. When you live in Germany, as far as you are registered, whether you are working or you are not working, you are not to sleep on the streets. You must have a roof over your head. It is automatic. As far as you are registered, there is going to be a roof over your head. They pay you. You are coming from Nigeria and you are just 3 days. As far as you go to register yourself, the following month, you are entitled to a house where you are going to live. And you are entitled to some amount of money for your upkeep, to take care of yourself. Remember, we're talking about a country that doesn't have oil, no bitumen, no gold, no charcoal, no natural resources, nothing. They don't have nothing. But they are able to do all these things. Why? Because they have a law that works. And they have governments that have the interests of the people at heart. Don't forget. Let me just make you laugh. I have one insurance. I have one holiday insurance. It's an extra insurance that I made. For this insurance, I pay 12 euro every year. 12 euro every year is what I pay for that insurance. 12 euro is less than maybe less than 15,000 naira. 12 euro per year, and that insurance is 40 days. It's valid for 40 days in 1 year. In my work, I have 30 days. I'm entitled to 30 days paid holiday in a year. So that means that insurance covers me. When I use this insurance, let me explain that insurance to you. It's with RDRC. When I travel, it means if I travel for my holiday, for example, I go to Afghanistan, or I come to Nigeria, or I go to any country in the world, and peradventure there is an accident, and I have an accident, or I fall sick, do you know what this insurance will do? I just have to put a call to them. I just have to call the insurance company and say, I am in Nigeria now and I have an accident. You know what they will do? They will they will refer me to the best hospital in that country. And in a situation where they don't have good hospital in that country, you know what they will do? They will order an helicopter to pick me up as soon as possible and return me to Germany for treatment. It doesn't mean if you have German pass or not. You can be a resident carrying just 6 months or 1 year visa. As far as you reside here, you are entitled to that insurance. I have been using that insurance long ago. Just 12 euro per year is what I pay for that insurance, and it covers me for 40 days anywhere in the world. They will send helicopter to pick you up from the scene or from that place where you have that accident and bring you back to Germany and treat you. And they will start that treatment inside the helicopter. They will start it inside. In fact, they will start it immediately. Not just compare it to Nigeria, where you have accidents, you go to the hospital, they start asking for police report, they start asking for 1.5 million deposits, they start asking for this, they start asking. Even people are afraid to even assist you because they know what they are going to face when they go to the police station or when they get to the hospital. 12 euro a month, just 12 euro a year, not a month. 12 euro a year is what I pay for that insurance. And they will send helicopter to pick me up from the country. No matter how, even if it's in Australia, they will pick me up and bring me back to Germany for treatment. That is a country that works. Now, if it is just typhoid or malaria that I have and I was able to treat it, I just have to come back with the receipt that I went to so hospital and I took so injection, and this is the cost. They will pay for it. 12 euro is the cost of the insurance, less than 15,000. But don't forget, if you have typhoid in Nigeria, you might treat it for 30, 40,000. They will pay me. They will pay. It is the insurance. They will pay it. Why can't we put those things in place? It is because we do not have a country that works, and we do not have politicians or government that loves the people. We only have dealers who want to come and make money. But we're not here today to talk about the bad things, or we're not here to talk about the problems. I am here to tell you what it means to live in Germany, or what it means to carry a German passport. A country that doesn't have oil. I will always say that. See, if you are driving, let me go to this next point. Animals, they have their own insurance. Animals, cats, dog, all these pets, they have their own insurance policy. You cannot have an animal without insuring them. If animal could have insurance, could have national passport, could have identity, could have number, what happened to Nigerians? If I have a dog and something happened to my dog, I just have to call the emergency number and tell them my dog and just tell them my dog have an accident. In the next 2 minutes, they will be here. It doesn't matter if it's a cat or in fact, if you are driving, if I'm driving to work and one antelope, not even pets this time, antelope cross my road and I kill that animal, I have to call I won't just leave it there and drive away. I have to call the police and say I was driving and one antelope. They will come and examine the scene and see if they could rescue that animal. And animal, not even pets this time. They will see if they could rescue that animal. Don't forget, you can't kill animal and put it in the boot and go and eat it. If they catch you, you are going straight to prison, or you pay fine that you never forget. Not be say because na antelope you will kill it by mistakenly and you will put it in your boot and go and eat. You can't do that, because there is law and order. There is law and order. That is how it is when you live in a country where things work. Now, In a scene of an accident in Germany, it is an offense, a criminal offense, for you to drive by a scene of an accident without having to help the victims. That might land you in prison, or you pay a very big fine. You can't just drive by. Just like they do in America, there will be accident somewhere and they will just take their phone and start making videos. And Nigeria, they do it in Nigeria too. They will start making video and or they will start praying. You don't do it here. If you drive by a scene of an accident without trying to seek, number one, we learn all these things when you apply for when you go through driver's license training. You learn all these things. These are things that you know you must do. It's a must. You have to try to secure that scene of accident first. Then you bring the way to bring accident victim out of the car. They already show you when you are making your license. You bring them out. If they need reanimation, you have to do it. It is compulsory. Maybe you don't do mouth to mouth. At least you pump them and do all those things, and then you call emergency. It is compulsory. You can't just drive by scene of an accident. If you do it and they catch you, you will go to prison. It doesn't matter whether they have your family or not. This is a country that have law and order. So, I am not doing this video to oppress anybody, like I said, but I'm doing it to wake up our consciousness that things are not normal. A country that is blessed with more than 30-something natural resources the people should not be this poor. There should not even be poor people there. Talk less of being the poverty capital of the world. Things are not normal. In every city in Germany, there is playing ground. Playing ground. My city is I think in my city we're less than 250,000 people. They have more than 3-4 playing grounds. With table tennis, with basketball, with football, with playing ground. It is there. It is in every city. Every city you go to, you have 2, 3, no matter how small it is. And you have boxes, you have bus, you have transportation system that works, you have bus that take people from, no matter how deep in the bush the place is, you have transportation system, you have bus that take them from one place to the other till 9, till 10, till 11. In a situation where the bus are not coming in the night, there is a number of taxis that you have to call that works with the bus company. That instead of you paying for a taxi now, maybe you end up paying €1. Just you have a ticket already, and since your train or your bus is not coming, you call that taxi. They call it I think IST or ISB or something. You call that bus and say you are in so bus stop and you want to go to so place. The bus will come, the bus will pick you up and drop you where you are supposed to go, and you will just pay maybe €1. This is a country that works. So I'm challenging everybody. I'm challenging people that have other nationalities. If you have other nationalities, please take up this challenge. It is called Nationality Challenge. What does it mean when you are an American? I have just explained. If I want to sit down and explain what it means to live in Germany to you, I'll be here for the next 2 days. But I don't want it to be too long because of people that will be playing back that are not watching it live now, so that they will not have to spend so much data to watch it when it's 2 hours or 3 hours. That's why I will make it short. But at least I've listed maybe 10 to 15 points, what it means to live in Germany and why it works, why things work and how things work here. And why a country that has no natural resources is so blessed. Now, let me go to some of those cars that they made some of those made in Germany cars. You know, when you go to the airport and you tender your passport and you say, yeah, you are from Germany, you know what they say? They say, oh, Mercedes, or they say, oh, Ford, because those are things that Germans are known for, or they call you, oh, police from the police country. It doesn't mean it's a crime country. It just means they have enough police on ground to tackle anything at any time. They call it police country because they are disciplined. They don't take any shit. You do any nonsense. If my neighbor make too much noise, I just call them. They come and they have to tell him to bring it down. It's not Nigeria where you call police, they will tell you they don't have fuel in their car, or they will tell you to pay mobilization before they could come, or all those kind of nonsense. No, they have enough, So what does it mean when you take that German passport and you show it at the airport? They say, you know how many cars they produce here? They produce Audi, BMW, Ford, Mercedes, Opel, Porsche, Volkswagen. All those cars are produced, they are made here. They are made here. So a country that doesn't have fuel, that doesn't have bitumen, that doesn't have steel, that doesn't have all those things, and they are still able to make it so big. One of the biggest, in fact, the number one in Europe. Europe is about 21, 22 countries. Germany is the number one without no natural resources, without nothing. They don't have, but they are able to grow so big. Why? Because they know how to run government, because they have people who have the interests of their citizens at heart, because they know how to make plans. So without taking so much of your time, guys, if you don't start to watch the program from beginning, I advise you to play it back and see what it means. The title again is, what does it mean when you have when you say you live in Germany, or when you take a passport, a German passport with you? What does it mean? How do people see you? So I advise people who are from other nationalities to take up this challenge and talk about it. Maybe we just have to keep talking. Maybe at least one or two people will start to, it is difficult for you to tell somebody who has not gotten light, who has not lived in a place where there's light for 2 hours before, to tell that person that it's actually possible for you to see light, or to live in a place where there's light for 20 years and the light doesn't blink. It's difficult. So we just have to keep talking. We have to keep educating ourselves until our people start to wake up and know that no, things should not continue to be this way. Things are not normal. Thank you guys for being with me. If the need be, maybe I'll do the part 2 and I explain more of what it means, or those advantages, or how people see you when you say you are from Germany. I'll do the part 2 again. I don't want this thing to be too long so that people can play back and watch it again. Thank you and God bless you guys. See you some other time. Comrade Kelly Coco is my name. Bye.